Got a little bike shopping with a little bike buddy. So this is the first bike I wanted to check out. This is the Italika Morbidelli T250X.
This thing looks way more premium than the other bikes for sure, and at just 250cc fuel injected, it makes roughly 22 horsepower and 22 Newton meters of torque, making it one of the most powerful bikes of the four. It's got the super cool rally inspired front end with telescopic front forks, 5-inch LCD display for your speedo, tack, your gear position, etc., and a rubber mounted protected USB charger. Price wise, we're looking at 50,000 Mexican pesos or 3,900 Canadian dollars. But for that price, it feels like I'd be getting something a bit more complete.
So they actually have two of them. So this is actually the Hero Xpulse. This is the Hero Xpulse normal, and this is the 4-valve.
The Xpulse interests me as it's got a reputation for being ridden hard, and there are tons of aftermarket rally upgrades for this bike. It's not the most powerful bike, but it is fuel injected, but with only 200cc giving you about 18 horsepower and 17 Newton meters of torque. The suspension is basic as standard, but you can upgrade to the Rally Pro kit for roughly about 10,000 Mexican pesos or 700 Canadian dollars. The bike itself will set you back 50,000 Mexican pesos or 3,900 Canadian dollars. With the Rally kit, this bike could be interesting off-road, but as a daily, it might not be as good.
Let me give you this one. This one is actually the DM300 Italika as well.
This bike looked good on paper, but up close I feel like the build quality just isn't there. It's got a 300cc carbureted engine, which is the biggest of the four bikes, but still only gives 19 horsepower and 18 Newton meters of torque. It has a scrambler style to it with the inverted forks and taller stance, but it just lacks the finish of the other bikes. I guess this is reflected in the price at just 43,000 Mexican pesos or 3,300 Canadian dollars. But with the savings on the price of the bike, there are a ton of aftermarket upgrades for this bike I could buy. So, something to think about.
Let's throw a spanner in the works now. The Morbidelli wasn't supposed to be that cheap. I was expecting the DM to be the cheapest.
Day 2, and we are back bike shopping. Yeah, so the second dealership that I wanted to go to yesterday was closed, so we're gonna go today. Let's do it. So sadly guys, they don't actually have the bike that I'm looking for, but they do have something very, very similar. It's just a smaller model. This is the Honda XR150L, and I'm looking for the Honda XR190L. Well, let's take a look anyway. The XR190L is definitely the safest option when it comes to reliability. It's also got a really cool sand color option which stands out, but it's not overly powerful even though it is fuel injected. It gives 16 horsepower and roughly 15 Newton meters of torque. The great thing is everything on this bike is replaceable and upgradable because it is a Honda after all. But with that name comes the price tag as well. It will set you back 63,000 Mexican pesos, which is 4,900 Canadian dollars. But you are less likely to have to repair anything on this bike in comparison to the other less known brand bikes. But
Am I looking too big on this? No.
Alright, so a couple of things that I need to consider. One, the Italika Morbidelli, the T250X, that was a lot cheaper than I thought it was, especially because I'd seen the price online, so definitely a lot cheaper. It is the bigger of all of the bikes, for sure. Now, the Honda XR, the 150L, is definitely a shorter bike than the XR190L, but they didn't have the XR190L there, so I couldn't try it out. But I was able to flat foot on the XR150, but yeah, I think it's like 10 mil higher, so it's like a centimeter higher or something like that. So yeah, it's not going to be a massive difference. So that's something to consider as well. I'm not too sure if I look too big on the XR190. Yeah, as I said, guys, leave a comment, let me know what you thought I looked like on the XR190, whether it looks too small for me, or I'm not looking for speed or anything like, or I'm not looking for anything crazy. I'm just looking for something that I can ride daily around the city. So decisions to be made. Decisions to be made. There's definitely one or two that I'm thinking I can definitely rule out. I'm just not interested in. But there's two there that I am interested in. But yeah, guys, leave a comment as well. Let me know what bike you think is the best. Obviously, the Honda is going to be the most reliable, but let me know which bike you think would be a great choice for a daily rider. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. On that note, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and come back and check out my next videos. Until then, though, sláinte.